want to talk about the economy a bit, because this was really at the center of Donald Trump's campaign for the presidency. And yesterday, he mentioned the fact that jobs were really his #1 priority. At the same time, the markets are really waiting, after rising substantially after the election, waiting to hear what is that plan. They didn't get it yesterday. They're somewhat disappointed this morning. This must be high in your list to do. When will we be getting the details of that plan?
It's very high on the list, David, and Donald Trump has it as part of his 100-day plan. Anybody can pull that up and see it. The contours should be very much the same as that. So first of all, you already see the Trump effect. You see that manufacturing jobs are already coming back to the U.S. or staying here, I should say. Plans to build factories in Mexico to ship jobs over the border there, take them away from hardworking Americans, have stopped in terms of a few very prominent employers in this country. That's the Trump effect. You see the stock market loves the fact that he was elected. We've had record highs over a number of days. And so I think specifically his job creation plan includes a number of things. He will, first of all, it's just rolling back some of these corrosive regulations. We hear from business owners and aspiring business owners daily that it's the regulatory framework that is suffocating them. In addition, he has a very ambitious, very doable tax relief plan. He will create 25 million jobs over 10 years, and he will reduce taxes across the board. Middle-class tax relief. Those who don't pay taxes will have relief as well. Also in there is energy investment. This is something that we just haven't had in the last 8 years. We've been pretty hostile as a nation to energy investment. You know, David and Kevin, we hear from people all the time. They complain that nothing's made in America anymore. Well, you know what's made in America? Our energy sources. It's under our feet and it's off our shores. And it's time that we have presidential leadership who will help develop it in a responsible and profitable way for all of us so that we have less dependence on foreign sources of oil and we can create jobs and stimulate the economy right here at home. So it's a multi-step plan, very much important. We hope that we can have what President George W. Bush had. By June of 2001, he had passed his tax relief package with the help of almost a dozen Democratic senators because they know their constituents like it.
Right. Those are all terribly important issues. Let's just take one or two and be specific about it. For example, infrastructure spending. When will we know whether this will be a top priority and what the timing is on asking for infrastructure spending from the Congress?
It is a top priority if you look overall at the first 100-day plan. And it is in his original first 100-day plan that was articulated in Gettysburg in about October 22nd. So people can pull that up and look at that. We also have to work with Congress. I mean, you see what happened in the Senate just last night, David and Kevin, before Mr. Trump is even sworn in. You have the Senate taking concrete steps towards repealing and replacing Obamacare. So those who have been hurt by the Unaffordable Care Act will have more affordable, accessible health care. They're complaining that their premiums are rising, their choices in quality are diminished. They certainly have an access problem, many Americans, and yet we're guaranteeing those who do have coverage will not be without coverage. So big step last night, really in the dead of night, already by the Senate. Infrastructure, we've gotten some joyful noises about infrastructure from Democrats and Republicans alike, and Americans are really excited about this because we don't build anything in America anymore. And we all know that our roads, our bridges, our infrastructure is in desperate need of repair and renovation. This is a guy who builds things for a living, and so it's the right person to be stewarding and putting as a major priority in those first 100 days infrastructure.